I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. And we sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman, because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Sunday night edition, the first episode of the week, episode 255 of the Political Spotlight. I am your host, Kristopher H. Bilbrey. As always, producer Kate is at the controls, making sure everything is running smoothly. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our program. Thank you for being here and giving us a little bit of your time. We know how valuable your time is, and we appreciate you that you give us a little bit of your time each night, each week, whenever you do, whether you watch us live or on repeat. We appreciate you very, very much. And it's because of the people that watch and spread the word and spread the show that we are able to make the difference that we do. So we want to thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, if you're here on YouTube, you know what to do. Give us a like before you leave. You can do it now, or you can feel the show out, whichever way you want to do it. But we would ask that you drop us a like before you leave. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. Subscribing does not cost you anything, and you really don't get anything for it other than it allows you to then click the bell and set up your notifications for yourself, so you can be notified when we drop content, when we go live, yada, yada, yada. Most people know that we're live 5 nights a week, or give or take, Sunday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. But we do pop on at random other times. Like, for example, this week, we're going to be live a couple times tomorrow. We're going to be live 3 times tomorrow, actually, throughout the day at various times, twice, and then our live nightly show. So there is a lot that goes on, and that's one of the reasons why you want to set up your notifications. Besides that, we are very interactive, and we like to hear what you have to say, whether it's while we're live or later on. We do get back with you if you comment afterwards. If you're watching live and you want to comment, please go over here and do so on that side of the screen in the live chat box. We love to hear what people say while we are moving along. And if you're here on repeat, then you can comment down below. That's fantastic. And above all else, please help share the show with everyone you know. Spread the word. That is always very, very helpful. So, Charlize will be at the city council meeting tomorrow. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot going on this week. There's a lot going on. First and foremost, I do want to see, I can always tell when somebody is a new-ish viewer to the show, because it seems like there's a couple stories I always talk about. The bull story, the OCD with the clothing. So generally what I do is I will do one of two things. Now here lately, and this is the thing, and I'll explain to you why. I am very OCD with clothing. So generally when I go through and I find a shirt that I like, and it normally does a couple things. It's either it'll be a polo, a button up, or a t-shirt. So when I find a polo that I like, I buy that polo, and I don't think this through. I guess I should buy it in various colors, but I normally don't. Like right now I just about 2 weeks ago went shopping and bought some polos, and I bought 4 polos in the exact same color. And so I have those. I when I find a t-shirt I like, I'll buy them up all in the same color, same deal. I don't like logos on my shirts. And same goes with all of that. So yeah, I generally tend to do the whole Steve Jobs thing with the jeans and the black sweatshirt. That's my MO. Yeah, I didn't get a haircut over the weekend. I know, and I knew that a lot of people were going to be upset. I was talking to my grandparents about it. When was I over at my grandparents? I think I was over there Friday. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to try to go on Saturday. And Saturday, I just did nothing. I took some time away because I knew that this coming week was going to be a busy week. And I knew that we would have a lot going on. So I just kind of vegged out and watched some YouTube and watched some TV and went through it like that. So that's going on. Before we get into the show, I do want to make this known. Of course, this is something that we're going to be pushing a lot between now and when it happens. Here is the first town hall, the rainwater town hall that we will be producing and moderating. This will be a virtual town hall. It will be live, and it will be ran on our media platforms. It will be ran on Rainwater's media platforms. You can come and watch live. You can ask questions. You can post your questions during the live feed, and there will be questions that you will ask from the live feed that we will ask Rainwater. However, to avoid the hurry up and waiting for people to formulate questions and to not have to wait for the delay or the drag, we are asking folks to please submit questions ahead of time. Please submit questions ahead of time. And you can do that by doing one of a couple different things. You can go to the actual link and you can submit your question in the link. Okay, there would be nothing wrong with that. You're more than welcome to go to the link, which is the bit.ly link there, the Rainwater Town Hall 081524, which is our link on YouTube. You can go to our YouTube link and make sure that you're under the one for Thursday, August 15th, because all three of them are set up. As you will notice here, we have one for Thursday, August 15th. We have one for Thursday, September 12th, and then we have one for Thursday, October 17th. So you'll want to ask your question under the specific one that we are most closest to, obviously. You are able to, well, I mean, it's anonymous in the fact that If you submit a question under the link, it's only anonymous, meaning you are hidden by a YouTube screen name. Your YouTube screen name will pop up. If you do not want to do that, if you don't want to use your YouTube screen name, you can there is another way that you will be able to comment, and you can do it. I'm going to set this up right now. I'm going to send this to you here. You can go to the Rainwater Town Hall. There's a question and portal. I'm posting this right now. Add. Okay, on the screen to submit questions in more of a anonymous way. And when I mean anonymous, there will be a thing on there that says make your name. You can just make up a name if you so choose, but you can go there and it will allow you to submit a question. I'm telling everybody the way that I would submit a question. If I was going to submit a question to this, I would go to the Rainwater link. Go there. What you see on the screen right now, it's rainwaterforindiana.com/contact. If you go to www.rainwaterforindiana.com /contact, then that's the way that you will be able to submit your questions. That's going to be the best way to do that. You can also submit them to the links. There's nothing wrong with that, but your name is attached to it. I don't particularly care, when I do things like that. Some people do, I understand, but that's a way that you guys can do that. So that will be coming up. When I was making these the other day, I was like, man, we got a long time until that. That's not true. That's a week away from this Thursday. Well, yeah. So again, make up a fake name. When it says enter your name, you can say John Doe if you so choose. There are a couple different ways that people can enter in their information there. And so those will be set up for those individual days. The other thing that I wanted to say is on the 13th, of this month, also, there will be a lieutenant governor debate, and we will be live streaming that here on this channel for those that can't attend. And of course, why would you be able to attend? Because it's taking place at like 3:00 in the afternoon. Just a really piss poor time for these events to be held. But that's why we live stream them, so you can see them at your preferred time when it's best for you, and you can be able to get the most information possible. So write that down on your calendar. Our first one is coming up a week from this Thursday. That will be a week from this Thursday, August 15th. It's going to be a really fun evening. It's slotted right now for 7 to 8. I'm fine with going longer if we get a good reception and we've got a lot of questions. Maybe we can ask Mr. Rainwater if he would be willing to go longer. We'll see what happens, and so we'll go from there. But I want to have a good turnout, and I'm getting ready to post these in all of the various Rainwater groups. They are advertising this, so this will be a really big draw, I hope to see. Another real quick thing that I want to make everyone aware of before we get started in tonight's show, very, very interesting. that over the end of last week, going into this weekend, 93.1 WIBC host Rob Kendall put together a poll on, I thought it was on X, but I guess it might be on Facebook. I'm trying to search for it now. He put together a poll, and let's see here. I want to make sure. It looks like, I guess the poll has been removed. However, the test, all the information is, the results are in. Why is this not showing it like it did on my phone? Give me 1 second. I'll have to apparently take a picture of this off of my phone, because the computer is not showing it looking the same that my phone did. Give me 1 second here. Well, now my damn it. Now my phone is not showing it. Well, essentially, Rob had asked the question, who would you be voting for based off of the everything that we have now, along with the current plans that we are either aware of, or if someone has not put forward a plan, what is the thought on where people are in their mind with the governor race? And he put that forward. Okay, right here. Yeah. I found it here. Give me 1 second. I'll be able to show you right here. Okay. I knew it was on here. Based on their property tax plan rollout so far, who are you supporting for governor? This is how he worded it on X. I think he worded it a little bit differently on Facebook as well. But he asked, and out of his followers, the people that saw this, out of 686 votes, which is not really many, but it's an interesting little look. Based off of Kendall's poll here, based on the property tax plan rollout so far, who are you supporting for governor? Mike Braun, Donald Rainwater, Jennifer McCormick, or property tax won't impact the vote? All right. 38% of those that selected and voted in this selected Mike Braun. That's interesting. 41% selected Donald Rainwater. 12% selected Jennifer McCormick, and 8% selected property tax won't impact. And there were a lot of statements that went along with this. There were a lot of people that responded, and overwhelmingly in the comments, people said one of two things. I'm supporting Rainwater. I'm voting Rainwater. I will vote. I will vote for Rainwater. That they said that thing, one of those things. Or they said, I want Rainwater to win. I'm polling for Rainwater to win. I'm still not sure, and I'm afraid he can't. And it's asinine. If all of the people that are saying, well, I want Rainwater to win, but I'm not going to vote for him because I don't think he can. If all of those people would just quit saying that and would just sigh and vote and have a little bit of hope and faith and push, I think that those people alone could probably carry it. As of now, I have not heard back from the McCormick camp. I sent 2 text messages last week, and I sent a formal email last week. I also sent out our first text message to the Braun team since I've interviewed Beckwith. I had talked to the Braun team before interviewing Beckwith, and I had actually a pretty good little chat. They were like, yeah, we're going to see where we're at, yada, yada, yada. This is before they agreed to go on Kendall and any of that. So they were really, really holding everything close to the vest on all of that. After they went on Kendall, I thought, man, maybe they will be a little bit loose and be willing to kind of go out and push this thing. We'll see. I have also sent, like I said, my first text message out since having Beckwith on and since they were on Kendall, and I have not heard back. I'm not like gripping my pearls yet and thinking, oh no, what's happening? I know that it takes a while for them to respond sometimes, and I'm not too particularly crazy out of my mind right now on the whole Jennifer McCormick thing. I still feel it is possible that we will get her and we will get them nailed down. I'm hopeful. We'll see. I don't know. It's definitely not a good move. I don't care what candidate you are. If you are the shoe-in, or if you are someone who's, climbing a mountain and crossing a sea and walking over burning coals, specifically if you're that far back, I feel like, you should be thankful for everyone that reaches out to you and says, hey, would you be willing to come on and talk about why you want to be governor? So we'll see what happens. I'm not completely out of it yet, but we'll see what happens. We'll just go from there. Okay. So we've got a lot going on this week, and it basically all kicks off tomorrow morning. At the end of last week, I felt as if we had a pretty good I felt as though we had a pretty good start to what would be the Madison County Election Board meeting, with the fact that the Indiana Secretary of State had been involved, and given the fact that Linda and Terry Austin had both made the statements that they had made on the at the last meeting, I kind of felt that we were going to be in a pretty good spot going into Monday's meeting. And we announced that breaking news on here last Wednesday, I believe it was. It was Wednesday. And I really thought that everything was going to be good. I thought that, I thought that all of the crazy things that had happened were basically out of the water, and the main issue was that Russ was a sitting member on the board. We knew that Russ would not vote that he was in the wrong, and we knew that Russ would do what he could to bully or intimidate either Linda and Terry, or Linda and Tim Linnane, whoever the other person on the Democratic side was, because they flip-flop who it is about every other meeting. So I kind of thought that, all that was behind us. And then I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get this Herald Bulletin article to pull up here. So is the Herald Bulletin, is it completely paywalled now? Is the Herald Bulletin completely paywalled? Give me a second here. This is ridiculous. Part of the problem with these. Okay, well, we managed to get it somehow. Oh God. Talk too soon. Okay, give me 1 second here. Let me see what we've got to do. Okay.
Kristopher, I've got it.
You do?
I do. I have workaround for paywalls. Remind me to explain how to do it after the show.
I generally do that too, but it's weird. Maybe I've burnt mine. I don't know. That's nuts. Okay, good. We've got this pulled up. So this was released Friday. Election Board to release findings from complaint. Okay. So thank you, Kate. See why it really it pays to have Kate around. She is awesome. This is why Kate is so amazing. The Madison County Election Board is expected to release results from a review on whether or not Chairman Russ Willis violated state election laws. I feel like, honest to God, that could be like a daily headline for Madison County. The election board will meet at 10 a.m. Monday in the council chambers of the Madison County Government Center. Rob Josiak filed a complaint with the election board after he said that he was denied the opportunity to watch the primary vote tally in May. Willis previously said state law allowed the election board to restrict access to maintain security of the process. Now, listen to me. I don't understand what he's talking about when he says that he previously said state law allowed the election board to restrict access. Listen, I've never been able to lick the ballots or to lick the people counting the ballots, but I've always been able to be in the building watching what they're doing since the beginning of my time being involved in this. I've never been thrown out. Matter of fact, the last several years, I've been inside the Madison County building as this process has been underway. As it's been underway, as it has been underway, I've been in the building. Nobody stopped me at the door. Russ Willis never came to, molest me and stop me from coming in. Linda never stopped me. And I would hate to think that Linda isn't smarter or stronger of mind than Olivia Pratt was, but Olivia Pratt never had a problem with people being there. So it was strange to me that this even happened. Okay. He said the public and members of the news media in the past were allowed to be in front of the treasurer's office to watch election materials being returned to the Madison County Government Center. Josiak said on May 7th, he went to the courthouse with his son and wanted to watch the canvassing of the returns from the vote centers. He said a deputy told him the courthouse was closed, and during the visit, Willis declined him access. I'm concerned about election integrity, Joswiak said, as he should be, as we all should be. He presented a video of the interaction and copies of the state law, along with previous rulings by the Indiana Public Access Counselor. Okay. Can you pop that up? All I wanted was to watch the counting to make sure it was done properly, Joswiak said. He said Willis violated state election law and the open door law. Willis said access is allowed and will continue to be allowed. He said passes were issued in 2023 for members of the public to observe the process.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
He said in the meeting that he didn't know there were such things as passes or badges.
Absolutely right. In that previous meeting, he said he knew nothing about this. So, now, did he learn afterwards, or did he hear and finally believe Linda? Maybe that's what he's meaning here. But as of the last thing that he said on the record, he said he was not aware of this. Madison County Clerk Linda Smith, a member of the election board, said Joswiak should have been given access. See, I don't know how she does or says anything differently than that moving forward. Should have been given access, period. We established protocols with the badge last year, she said. It's our responsibility to know who is in the building. Terry Austin, filling in for Democrat Tim Linnane, said observer badges should have been available on May 7th. It is our responsibility to allow the public to observe, she said. You should have to show an ID. Smith, there is always room for improvement. I guess Smith said there is always room for improvement, and her office will work on implementing a better system. Willis said he was not aware of the badge system. Okay, so here he says, this newspaper article is very odd. Willis said access is allowed and will continue to be allowed. He says passes were allowed in 2023, and here he says Willis was not aware of the badge system. You violated the law, Joswiak said. A lot of people have concerns about election integrity. Larry Savage said that Willis should recuse himself from the decision by the election board because the complaint pertains to his actions. Listen to me. Listen. That's common sense. You do this if you're arguing a boy's playing baseball, and whether it's out or whether it's on the foul line, and the boy that's made the hit doesn't get to say, oh, no, it was fair. It was fair. They always have the other boys decide. You do this from a young age. You know that if you're in question, you don't get to be the deciding vote. That's stupid. Following the meeting, Willis said the allegations are unfounded. And I don't even understand. Listen, what he needed to say is he doesn't agree with them. He can't say they're unfounded. They are clearly founded. I mean, that's nonsense. Okay. This then, after this article came out on Friday, something that concerns me is that Terry Austin, who was part of the election board last time, she had stated that she thought that what Joswiak was saying was right, and that Russ had done wrong, and she was everything that Terry was saying, I was right in line with. To me, it made sense. Everything that she was saying, I was like, yes. I hope she's on the election board come Monday, come the 5th, because she's right in line with everything that, in my opinion, needs to be said. Well, last Friday, apparently, right before the end of the day, she started sending out a document, and the document is here. Observer policy for election night. 1 observer badge will be issued for a 10-minute period. What is a 10-minute period? You mean to tell me that if I come here to observe the election and now observe the actions of whether or not the election board members and political party members will be violating people's rights as a member of the media, that you're only going to allow me in for 10 minutes to view the process from room 105? When your 10 minutes are up, take the observer badge to the next person in line. If no one is in the observer line, you may use the badge for another 10 minutes. The observer badge is only used for people of voting age. Thank you, the Madison County Election Board. All right. This is really weird to me, because to me, this is still, in my opinion, a violation. I mean, I don't know where they're talking about implementing this process and where they're talking about people being able to stand, but I'm telling you, you can't say that I'm allowed into the building for 10 minutes. I don't think that that's going to meet that would be like telling me that I'm only allowed to attend 10 minutes of the Muncie City Council meeting Monday night. You can't do that. So I don't know if she has changed her mind.
Not just that, Kristopher, but you're the only one allowed in the room. You can go to the city council meeting for 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. One person at a time. You're the only
one allowed in the room to watch it.
Yeah.
And then when your 10 minutes are up, then you have to leave and you have to go and you can send the next person in so they can watch for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't get this. This
fucking stupid is what it is.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not really gathering why they would think, number one, why they think that this would be a legitimate fix, and number two, why she's all of a sudden coming out with this nonsense. She didn't say anything about this at the election board meeting the other day when she was the one making the most sense. When did they implement this? Who implemented this? She's speaking as the election board. Now, I do want to clarify something, because Kate just asked a question that Catherine asked the other day, and I think it's a confusion on the article title. Do you still have that article pulled up? Okay, I don't know what the article headline was, but the article headline was something to the effect of complaint filed against election board chairman, and they're going to release the findings. They're going to after tomorrow's meeting. I don't understand what
the headline is ambiguous. Is it that after the meeting they're releasing the findings, or they're releasing them and that's the purpose of the meeting is to release the findings?
No, When Catherine first sent that, I didn't understand what she was like. I fully understood that as they were going to have the meeting. To me, this is the weird way that Ken writes. He's always wrote like that.
Okay.
And to me, I gathered that as we were having that's the point of the meeting, was we're going to have the meeting. They're going to argue the case, vote, and release what the findings are, because they've supposedly used this last 2 weeks to gather information. They've said they've talked to the Secretary of State and done all of this stuff. Now they're supposed to come and talk about that in the meeting and then vote on what they're going to do. To me, that's relief. That
the
is
headline
doing
is
that.
crap then.
But yeah, I mean,
It should be that the election board meeting to decide on.
Sure. Because reading the article, nothing was released in that. Like I would have a problem with that article if it would say that, and then in the article they had made a ruling, but they never made a ruling in there. They had the article, and then we'll hear the ruling on Monday.
Niles is over here saying that maybe the writer over there needs to take an English as a second language.
Well, that could very well. I journalism 101 and all of that would probably benefit him,
because the headline could potentially be misleading.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You
I mean,
have to be able to write when you're told what to say.
What?
You don't have to be able to write when you're told what to say.
That's true too. That's he's very very friendly with more friendly, I think, than what he should be with all of the people involved with all of this. Alva says she sounds like a Republican. I thought she was a Democrat. Well, that's the weird thing. To me, all this nonsense, to me, none of this sounds like Republican. In my opinion of what a Republican should be, none of this sounds like Republicanism. None of this sounds like being a conservative. This all sounds like this new wave Republicanism, this new wave conservatism that we have here in the state of Indiana or nationally. None of it sounds... I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but she is a Democrat. Yeah, I don't know. It's really crazy what's going on there. I don't know. So that's going to be happening tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. We will have that. That will be live streamed right here on this network. And yeah, Alva, now that is absolutely correct. So Alva said she sounded like all the quote unquote transparent Republicans that we've heard from so far in Indiana. So that will take place tomorrow, Monday, May 5th. Jesus. Monday, no, not May. What is tomorrow? Monday, August 5th, 2024. Wishful thinking, I guess. I get used to specific dates. Anytime I say the 4th, 5th, or 6th of a month, I always think of it as being an election day, because a lot of elections fall on either May 4th, May 5th, May 6th, May 7th, or November 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th, just because of when election days normally fall. Niles, the Republicans in Indiana are just smart Democrats who figured out that getting an R will get them elected. Yeah, but there've got to be some Democrats somewhere that are Democrats, and there have to be some Republicans somewhere that are Republicans. I mean, I get it. I get that there have been Democrats that have switched over, but somewhere out here, we have to have still conservative-minded Republicans. And it to me, it's like the fact that it's real scary that you don't hear from more of these people. It's because they all tend to get beat down and chased out and ran out of government and unelected and never elected, which is amazing. Those are called libertarians. Yeah. I guess. I guess that's a small L libertarian. So we will be live streaming that meeting tomorrow. The meeting will be here. I don't know how long it'll take, and it should be an interesting meeting to listen to. Okay, at that same time, out at or around that same time, we will also be waiting, or should be around that time waiting, to hear from everyone's favorite state representative from District 33. JD Prescott tomorrow, Mr. Bangs himself, he will be appearing on 93.1 WIBC. Now, I do want to make note that Rob is on air from 9 a.m. until noon. So I don't know exactly when JD should be on. I know for a fact that I heard one day last week Rob say that it would be at 10 a.m. I'm pretty sure that he said it would be near at 10 a.m. Quarter till 10 and 10 a.m. I'm pretty sure. I reached out to him on Friday and we talked a little bit about this interview. And I asked him if he could tell me specifically when it would be. And he said he would let me know tomorrow morning. He said he wasn't exactly sure yet. So I don't know if something has changed. I don't know if JD is going to be in studio or on the phone. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to be what there. I hope he's in studio. I hope JD is in studio. I feel like if he's in studio, it will be, that's more pressure. It's obviously more pressure for him being in studio than if he is at his home sitting around by his family being pampered and cared for. I think that he's a little less pressured that way. I don't know. So I will find out hopefully from Rob and be able to post it on social media, be able to put it in the comments of this if people want to hear. I want to make sure people are aware. It's 9 a.m. is when Rob goes on till noon. That's Eastern time. And, we just have to kind of wait. I hope that it's not at 10 because I want to be able to hear it in live time. So I'm going to be really stretching it and nervous and pissy tomorrow because I want to go to the election board meeting. I want to hear the Kendall and Prescott interview tomorrow. So that will be going on for anybody that wants to listen to it. You can find it on 93.1 WIBC on the radio around Indiana. You can also go to 93.1 WIBC, I think, and play it live from their website. You can also find the Kendall and Casey program on YouTube simply by putting in Kendall and Casey 93.1 WIBC in the YouTube browser and hit search. They will have that on there. I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. I don't know what is going to be put forward tomorrow. I was talking to Rob about it, and Brandon and I have been talking about this. Brandon, so tomorrow we've got the Madison County Election Board meeting. We've got the JD thing. We've got the Muncie Council meeting. And then we've got a live show tomorrow. Generally, after the council meeting, Audie comes on. Catherine has asked to come on and talk just briefly about the how the election board meeting goes. Of course, with Audie or Catherine, there's never anything brief either way there. And you put me in the mix and we're in trouble. Brandon and I still have to do the property tax show. So I'm hoping that Brandon and I can come on Tuesday evening, Tuesday's show, and do the property tax show where we will be able to talk about the property tax all encompassing with the plans that we have so far, which will be Braun's plan, Rainwater's plan, and JD's plan, and talk about that. I'll be honest. I am so confused about what JD is doing here. Because JD Prescott, it is it's not a surprise. It's, to anybody to hear that JD is a establishment hack. Okay. At this point, the fact that he would try to cover that up or hide that is stupid. JD is establishment all the way. I know that JD's name appeared on the letter that Roway and Scott sent to Ed this last primary. Number one, that letter was never meant to be public. They were all mad that it came out public. Okay, so first and foremost, they were all mad about that. Number two, JD had nothing to do with that letter. They literally said, hey, can we're going to put this letter together. You want to put your name on it? And he was like, sure, yeah, whatever. He had nothing to do with that. Because JD does not speak up against establishment. JD is the errand boy for the House Speaker, Todd Houston, and the HRCC, and all of the other Republican establishment fingers that run off of the establishment. What he's doing here, do you guys understand what I'm saying? You have Mike Braun, all right? It doesn't matter if you like Braun. It doesn't matter if you don't like Braun. It doesn't matter if you think Braun can win. Let's put that out of the minds right now. Right now, Braun is the Republican governor candidate. Period. Okay? He is the top of the ticket statewide. He is the top of the Republican Party statewide. He's put out a plan. And 2 weeks after his plan, a state representative is going to put out a second plan. Okay. Now, Kate and Brandon and a couple of other people are saying, I bet right now it's Beckwith's plan, cap assessment at purchase price, certain veterans and seniors do not pay taxes. That's the only thing that would make sense, right? Is that it would be a plan that Beckwith is putting out, running kind of in run around Braun, right? So what's funny is, and I don't understand why JD's not considered this, or maybe he has. I don't know. This is going to be, I'm without words with this. So JD puts out a plan tomorrow. And a plan that will never get passed, but will take attention away from. I don't think it takes away. No. All right. That I disagree with. I don't think it's going to take. I think it's quite the opposite. I think it will bolster Rainwater's plan. I think it will take away from Braun's plan that he's now wishy-washy on.
I didn't mean that it would. I meant that that's the hope.
Oh, that's what their hope is.
That's what their hope is.
Whose hope?
The Republican Party.
Yeah, but which is it? Is it the establishment that's putting forward this plan through JD?
Wait.
To fight Braun?
It can't be the Republican Party, because if it's Beckwith's plan, because Beckwith is not part of the Republican Party. He's not the Republican establishment. So I don't think that they are. I don't think that they would be linked in with this,
The Democrats do all this
unless they're saying that they don't trust Braun. What did he say?
He says it's just like Democrats doing all kinds of dumb shit that blows up in their faces, trying to think that they're being smart. That's my thinking, is that they've gotten so much blowback on Braun's plan, because you've seen the stuff on online, social media, all over the place. People are not happy with this plan. They think it's crap.
Okay.
So
but
they're
how
trying
long
to do
has
an
that
end
been?
run.
How long has that been? Because when it first came out, everybody was happy. There was a 3-day window of everybody being happy. Rob Kendall had come back. He said he was coming back to the Republican Party. Everyone was happy.
Yeah, but why was Rob happy though? What was it that he was happy about? Because there was actually a plan put forward.
Yeah. Because he was happy
then you
because Braun came in
and you realize it's shit.
No. But he was happy with the plan. He was happy with the plan when they came in. They were happy with the plan. Everybody was happy. Here's when the plan really went to shit. The plan really went to shit when Braun backed up, because here's what happened. Right off the bat, Casey, during that interview, said, wait a minute, this thing isn't on the plan that you're talking about. So are you sure that's on the plan? And Braun's like, yes, it's part of the plan. Well, everybody
assessments back to 2021.
Yeah, right. And I knew there's no way. If it's not on that piece of paper, it is not on the plan. But day,
and there's no way counties are going to give that up.
Sure.
Because how many people have we seen in the last 2-3 years that have talked about their assessments going up $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000?
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're not going to. Oh, never mind. Sorry, we upped your assessment $120,000 over the last 3 years. We'll just take it back down. No problem.
But what kills me is Rob had already been talking about JD's plan even before Braun came in. Now, he hadn't named him. He said, we're working on an unnamed plan from an unnamed person. Then, like the day of, he names JD, and he's like this. So that's what confuses me, because one of two things is happening here, and I don't think anybody else is looking at this. This either means the Republican establishment as a whole is not happy with Braun, which doesn't make any sense because they were up until Beckwith won. So are they saying that they as a whole are unhappy with Braun, and so they're pushing this plan through Beckwith, through JD, which I don't believe that's the case? Or is JD falling away from the establishment, which if so, this is his last election. He won't win after this election.
Right.
Or I cannot understand what in the hell's happening here. Because it doesn't make sense for anyone. It does not make sense for them to have two plans.
What if the establishment hates Beckwith so much, and they know JD's in with him, they're letting JD put forward a plan to shake things up between Braun and Beckwith?
That could be. This will be interesting. I ask Rob these questions.
If Beckwith's involved in this plan at all, JD's putting it forward because he sees Beckwith as the next governor and him as the lieutenant governor. This is his stepping stones up to the governorship himself.
Yeah, this is just JD jockeying for points. JD doesn't care about
points, but who is he jockeying? What's behind the jockeying?
Weird. This is really weird.
If you vote Republican, you don't vote Libertarian. Fuck the Republican Party in Indiana. They have a supermajority of conservative Christians, and they cannot pass one conservative bill. But they can pass more restrictive bills on your Second Amendment and everything else,
right?
Which is unconstitutional,
right?
And according to the individuals who wrote the Constitution, any law that is repugnant to the Constitution is null and void and therefore need not be followed, which is about 70% of the laws in this country.
They're really good at infringing on our rights and covering our asses.
Right.
It's a gift.
Yeah, right.
It's a gift.
Well, what's he saying? Hold on, this is probably important.
You don't know one Republican in this state
that is a constitutional conservative.
Oh, yeah, that's
constitutional conservative. I don't know one. Not in office.
Well, yeah, okay, that's there. Well, there's a couple maybe that's on their way out currently, or but
have been thrown out and buried under House Republican Campaign Finance Committee, whatever the hell they are.
Right.
Buried under donations by them to their opponents.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why I switched from Republican to Libertarian.
Absolutely.
I like the Constitution. Everything else is bullshit.
That's what I don't understand is people when they hear when Niles says if you don't vote Libertarian, he's not saying you've got to vote straight party Libertarian, or if you want to vote for your local people that that aren't Libertarian, vote for them. But he's just
primarily speaking about
rainwater.
Use those libertarian principles to vote.
Yes.
Well, like we used to, we still do, but like the majority of the people used to, they look at each individual candidate, they do their research. It's why I didn't vote for Obama, because he never voted for anything. He voted for president. I knew nothing about the man or what he stood for.
Yeah.
Based off his voting record.
Right. I agree. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I asked Rob, I was like, so what do you think's going on here? And Rob was he wouldn't crack. He wouldn't tell me. And I'm afraid that Rob is getting sucked into the JD thing. I hope he's not. I don't know. And I hope he's just being quiet because he's got a guest coming in and he doesn't want to rock the boat till he gets there. I'm hoping that's the case. I hope that
he holds JD's feet to the fire and asks serious questions and not let him just grandstand.
Well, you should ask JD how he likes that his dad has this final say on tax dollars in Randolph County.
Yeah.
I've got a list of things I'm sending to Rob that I'm going to send to him. Like I'm going to send them late tonight, so he'll get them first thing in the morning. He gets up at 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock. So I will send him a list of questions that I'm going to try to see. 99% of them, I know there's no way he'll ask, but I've got a list of questions I'm going to try to get him to ask. Again, I wanted to be in studio. I wanted to be in studio and just listen to it. I didn't want to say anything until the very, 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 very end. Till the very end. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. This is very big. I'm very interested to find out. I don't even care really what the plan is at this point. I want to know the nuts and bolts of what's going on with the plan. So this will be something big that's happening tomorrow. I don't know how much we'll get into it tomorrow night. If you want to hear our dissection of what happens tomorrow during the Kendall and Casey show, then you're going to really want to tune in on Tuesday night, because that's when we're going to break her down. We will talk a little bit tomorrow evening about it, but from there, moving on, the other big meeting tomorrow then, of course, is the Muncie City Council meeting. It generally starts at 7 p.m. However, there is a public hearing beforehand. That meeting starts at 6:45. 6:45, the council will open up a public hearing. It will last for all of about 30 seconds. They will close the public hearing. For those people that will be watching the live feed, we will not open up a public hearing feed, kill the feed, and then open up a council feed. We will open up one feed. The feed will start at 6:45. The public hearing will start. The public hearing will end. The feed will continue going, and it'll look like nothing is happening for 10 minutes in between. And then at 7 p.m., the meeting will start on that same feed. We always get people that are asking and don't understand what's going on. A lot of times they'll click out. They're like, something's broken here, and they stop watching. If you want to watch a council meeting, there will be a period of downtime in between, just FYI. After it's all said and done, I can edit that part out, and people who watch it on a later date or the next day will get to see it with no downtime in between. If you're watching live, just be aware of that. After the meeting tomorrow, we will be here live at 9 p.m. or as close to 9 p.m. as we can get after the meeting ends, as always. I don't think it's going to be a long meeting. I don't think it's going to be a long meeting. So that's that. We will have Catherine on. We will have Audie on, and we will discuss what happens at the Madison County Election Board meeting. We will discuss what happens at the council meeting. And then just briefly at the end of that, I will discuss just some thoughts about what we hear tomorrow from JD's plan. So that is the big to-do tomorrow. Now, for the last few minutes, last 30 minutes of this show, I want to talk about some chaos and craziness that have been continuing over for the last little bit. So if you will recall, last week, I sent an email to Dan Ridenauer, to Patricia Goddard, who's the new HR director. I sent it also to Luke Britt. And in that email, I was kind of huffy. I was a little shitty. I basically had said that, I didn't understand what they were doing. I told them that I was including Luke Britt. I said, they've basically not completed any record requests since April. It's time to get on time to get on this, figure out what's going on. After 4 years under Ridenhour of them being able to complete record requests, even when we've had fights before, they've been able to complete these record requests. Basically, since April, they've not done anything. And that this is horrible. We need to figure out what the hell's going on here. What's going on, okay? I've sent other emails in the past with no response from anybody. All right? So it blows me away that this is happening. Well, Friday, I received a message from Patty Goddard, and it says, "Hello, Mr. Bilbrey. First, please allow me to apologize for the delay in response." Let me show this to you here. Hold this up and get this so you guys can see it. Please allow me to apologize for the delay in response to your email from Wednesday afternoon. I was looking into all requests you have submitted in 2024 so that I would be able to provide you information on the status of open requests. What do you mean? You've been doing that for the last 4 months? Okay, she goes on to say, according to our records of the requests received from you in 2024, 4 remain open. Now, I don't know what this is. I think that this is to do with the Dustin Clark deal. She says, open investigation and is not able to be released yet per our legal team. Yet, I don't know what this is. She goes on and she says, this request, pending legal team review for release, whatever this request is, being followed up with the respective department. And this needs to be more specific in request. Attached for your review, please resubmit the request and information with specific details. Okay. These are closed. All right. I am extremely pissed off with this response. This is a do nothing response. And I'm going to make a phone call tomorrow to her office. Well, I responded to this response, okay? And my response back to their response was as follows. Can you please send me a copy of what these are? And I ask, I'm sorry, I can't tell what they are by this number here. Okay. Open investigation is not able to be released. Can you tell me what this is? Pending legal team review. Can you tell me what that is? Being followed up on with respect to the department. Can you tell me what the hell that is? Okay. So that's what I sent back. And I didn't add anything else to it. Just simply that. Okay, that's what I sent. I thought about this over the weekend, and if I go back and I pull up her email that she sent to me that I showed you guys there. If I go back and I show you that, let me pull that back up here real quick. She sent me one because she told me that it wasn't specific and I needed to add more detail. And this is the one. I requested all credit card statements, billing statements for vendor, and I typed in a vendor card member service for every city department head or employee that has a card from the time period of January 1st, 2023 through May 20th, 2024. Okay. Now, I don't have the rest of this, but I know what this was. This is the sheet she should have sent me this. Okay. This is what she should have sent me. All right. So this is what she should have sent me on all of them. Because she sent me that, I know specifically what that is. There's no way I can be more specific. If you're a department head, you get a credit card, one credit card. If you use that credit card 10 times, it's going to be on a statement. If you use that credit card 0 times, you get a statement saying that there are 0 usage, any fees or whatever. If you've got 27 department heads, you've got 27 credit cards. I am asking for the credit card statement attached to every department head from January 1st of 2023 to May 20th, 2024. My email to them is going to say, I want the statement from January of 2023. I want the statement from February of 2023. I want the statement from March of 2023, from April, from May, from June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then January 2024, February 2024, March, April, and May. How much more specific can I get on that? Can I get any more specific? This level of jacking around that they are doing is asinine. They need...
I don't know, Kristopher. Maybe you want their personal credit cards, not, their official city card.
I would,
and so you need to be more specific that you want, their American Express personal accounts.
Right. Yeah, this is shocking to me. I mean, they need to take this away from Patty Goddard, and they need to give it to, say, Michelle Owen. I don't even know where Michelle Owen is. What's she do? Does she work there anymore? What's she doing? I need to. I can't get her to respond. I have no clue what's going on with that. So that is something that I got on Friday, and we will be dealing with. I need to really try to deal with it tomorrow. I will try to deal with it between the morning meetings and the evening meetings. I should have plenty enough time to be able to kick out an email and do all of that. So we will be doing that. And she gets paid how much for being a complete idiot? A good chunk of, probably near 60, 50, 55, 56,000. Now she's only been there since April, so she doesn't get paid a full year this year. But she told me straight away that she does not like that her office is in charge of the record request. Look, I agree. Now that Sarah Beach is no longer in that office, I agree that office shouldn't be handling them. The only reason that Sarah handled them is because Sarah, in the Tyler administration, Sarah as the person, the department head in charge of hiring, kind of acted almost as like a second hand to the mayor, acted kind of like in the role of like a deputy mayor without being called the deputy mayor. Specifically in the later years. So she handled that. But honestly, and the main reason is because she handled the communications. She handled the press releases and things like that. In my opinion, this needs to be under a communications department. And I don't know why it's not. It needs to be. I don't know why Michelle hasn't taken this on. I don't know why Dan hasn't created that. The problem I'm having here is sitting in Patty's office when, like, in her first week, she told me, I don't like that I feel like I'm the middleman here. And I don't like getting all this, back and forth over something that I really have nothing to do. So what I feel like that does is that creates a position where she feels she's doing something she doesn't need to be doing. And she feels like, well, I get these in and I just tell the people, so she doesn't feel like she has an obligation to make sure that they're done. I don't care if the janitor's doing it. Somebody in City Hall needs to be handling this shit in a timely manner. So I'll be looking into finding out about that. And I'm gonna be.
Who was the old one? Who previously did that position?
Micah.
Okay. Yeah. So here's the answer to the question of salary. There's Micah's 1 year salary. There you go. 56. I want to make sure I was in the right thing.
Yeah. That's near 60, 50, 57.4. Listen, that's enough money to figure out record request. I can tell you, it's not that hard. And she's right, really. She's got an easy job with it. She gets the record request in, she farms it out to other people, then she just has to be the heavy. She has to be able to go to that department and say, look, we got to be under Indiana code. You got to get this shit to me. It's time to be getting this back. She doesn't have to put anything together. She's just got to take it in. She is the middleman. But she needs to be, the dealer. In a criminal world, it's more like, I've been watching some Sopranos. It's more like I'm like the head of the family, and she's like doing the collections for me, and she's got to like kick up to me. So it's kind of more like that. Like all the department heads are the people. She needs to go around and collect. And, I'm starting to be like, hey, I'm not okay with you being short. You're a couple K's light here. So that's the deal. Here's the deal. That's the deal. So I'll be fighting with that this week. And she didn't say anything really in her in that email, but it was very it came off as very passive aggressive to me, and I didn't like it. It made me mad. It made me mad. Maybe that's why she had so many jobs before coming to Muncie. She doesn't like doing anything. That's exactly right, Alva. I'm honestly surprised, Alva, that she's stayed this long. She the last time she worked in a government HR position, I think she was only there like 4 months, 5 months, something like that. So that's funny that you remember that, and you're exactly right. So we'll be getting to the bottom of oh my God. Oh my, Kate, is this, look what she's got at the bottom of her email. Are these terms that they learned up at Dan Camp? She's got arranger, analytical, responsibility, input, restorative. Are those words that they learned at Dan Camp?
Those might be her results, Kristopher. Let's give me a second here.
Oh, that would be so weird if that's the case.
Let's find that post with their pretty little chart.
Oh. Jack, you're right.
When was that? That was June
8th.
June 8th, right?
Yeah.
Search.
I'm going to make so much fun of this lady if that's the case.
Shit. I don't remember what the damn thing is called. Now you got to make me look. Scroll. You know, for not putting up anything worth a damn, they sure have a lot of posts on here.
Dude, I know. Isn't that crazy? Good thing this wasn't during the election year.
June 20th. All right, June 20th. Keep scrolling. Scroll. It's bullshit. Oh, there it is. There's a pretty picture. Okay. What's her name?
Goddard.
Patricia Goddard. Oh, so her fifth one was analytical. Number one, arranger. Number two, responsibility. Number three, input. Number four, restorative.
Oh God, that is hilarious.
How much did we pay for that she could put that on her email?
She's gonna put that on. She's gonna put
that's her signature.
Yeah, right. It's in her signature line. She's gonna put that on her
business cards.
Yeah, business card. No, well that too. But I was thinking
CV.
Her CV going forward. That is hilarious. That's cute.
They're even the colors that the things were in.
That's the reason I thought it, because I remember seeing it in colors like that. That's the reason I thought it. But she arranged it in her own way.
Well, that's because she had two green and three purple, so she wanted a pretty pattern.
Oh, it's because
otherwise
she's an
it would have been
arranger.
purple, green.
But she is an arranger, so that makes sense.
Well, yes. And she put that one first.
I told you guys, listen to me. My very first meeting of this woman, she seemed like a high school art teacher, is what she seemed like to me. Like she had like a flower in her hair and a beaded necklace on. Really hippie shit. Honestly. Like I think she takes a siesta in the middle of the day. You know? That's why I'm not getting my records. What? Yeah, it's going on a new resume. Listen, this is the city of Muncie. You know how embarrassing this is? That we're spending time doing this. It probably took her 6 hours to figure out how to put that in there. I do what I can, Jack. So that's that. I think there's one more thing I gotta complain about here real quick. Is there one more thing I gotta complain about? There's one more thing I gotta complain about. Unfortunately, I can't complain about it yet. We're working on that. Let's see one. So, yeah, folks, that's that. That's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot going on tomorrow, a lot of government. Elsewhere, there will be a Delaware County Commissioner meeting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. There will also be a Randolph County Commissioner meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m. There may or may not be a Winchester City Council meeting tomorrow at 6. I don't even know what the hell they do anymore. I'm going to have to pop back over there sometime just to do it. Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., there is a Randolph County Council meeting. 10 a.m. Tuesday morning, there is a Madison County Commissioners meeting. Then the 9 a.m. Wednesday Board of Works meeting. 11:30 Muncie Sanitary District meeting. Then Thursday, there's a 9 a.m. Delaware County Redevelopment Commission. That's the county's version of the MRC meeting. Remember, that's one that Amber Green is on. And then 6:30 Thursday evening is the Anderson City Council meeting. So there are a lot of things going on this week. A lot of things going on just tomorrow. So we're going to be following all of that, following everything that goes on. If there's anything really, really big that occurs at the really either one of the commissioners' meetings tomorrow, I will keep you posted. Of course, we watch that. I'm pretty sure, and I'm hoping that Jackie will have my back on the commissioners' meeting tomorrow morning. Jackie, if you're here and you watch it tomorrow and anything big goes on, if you could call me and let me know, because I won't be able to watch it during the first run at least. So that's that. Probably had someone in IT do it for everyone who attended the... Oh, that's true. I need to try to get emails from other people too. That's hilarious. In other news, it is Sunday, the 4th of August, 2024, which means we are 216 days without correspondence from Dale Basham. The most recent attempted correspondence would have been last week. I sent out an email. I've still not received correspondence from Mr. Basham. Oh, I did receive other emails from other council members from that same email, and everyone said the same thing. They had not heard anything about the budget. It's going to be interesting. Nora Powell, the Finance Committee chair, gave Ridenhour kind of an ultimatum, asking for that to be delivered, the budget to be delivered to the council on or before tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to see if he complies with that or not. That will be a question that I will be asking Miss Powell tomorrow evening at the council meeting. So we shall see. It's sad that this is still going on. 216 days. If anybody has any suggestions on how to get this asshole to answer me, listen, I'll even stop calling him an asshole if he would like. I don't know. Listen, yeah, he's not a man of the people. He's a man of the mayor. He told us way back when, even like during the first week he announced, during his announcement party, he stated that he was running to be a voice and a vote for the mayor, period. That's the last time I've really heard him say anything of any kind of value about anything.
Well, I mean, he's being the voice for the mayor. The mayor won't talk to you either. So, I mean.
Yeah, right. That is very true. So we will have to keep an eye on that. That's gross and disgusting. And again, very, very, very bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate everything you do. A big shout out, of course, again, goes to Kate for everything she does. Before you guys leave, if you could do us a favor and hit the like. If you haven't subscribed, do so. Click the bell. Share the show with everyone you know and help spread the word. We've got a busy day tomorrow. If you want to watch the Madison County Election Board meeting, you can do so right from here live at 10 a.m. If you want to watch the Muncie City Council meeting starting at 6:45 p.m. tomorrow, you can do it from right here at this YouTube page live, and we will then be live at either 9 p.m. or as close to 9 once we get out. You know how that goes on council nights. So you guys take care. Have a good rest of your Sunday evening, what's left of it. Have a wonderful week back in the work week. I know a lot of people are going back to school this week. That just makes me depressed. I just cannot believe it. I wanted to play Summer's Almost Gone by The Doors today so bad, but I wasn't able to. Listen, I want to show you guys just as we leave here really quickly. Last night, as I was heading to get some food, I was driving and I noticed, hey, wow, that looks really nice. Let me take a look at that here, and let me show you guys what I happened to capture last night. Give me 1 second. Look at this. Look at this setting sun that I captured here. Whoop, that's Audie Barber. Whoop, that's my page. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this sun. Wow, beautiful. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at these pictures here. How amazing. I actually even got out and took video, and then this homeless guy started talking to me, and I gave him a $5 bill. I felt sorry for him. So, all right, folks, you guys have a great rest of your night. God bless you, each and every one of you. We will see you back here tomorrow, all throughout the day, and then at our regular time or real close to it. Good night. God bless. Goodbye. I see it there. That would be really amazing. You know,